Yesterday we discussed about parameters and variables introduction, right? Today we are going to do that corresponding hands-ons. We are trying to do that corresponding hands-ons. Let us go and try to do that corresponding hands-ons. Then exercise 1 is available. That exercise 1 first we'll try to carry on. Go for the parameters and variables. Then in that one, exercise 1. So using mapping parameter as a filter value. I want to use mapping parameter as a filter value. Simple one, very simple one. So for this I am trying to create a target table with the columns employee number, e-name, job, salary, commission, department number, and import into Informatica as a target. So this is what the table what I created. Okay, then I am trying to import this one, create a mapping with the name of m_mp, mapping parameters. Then simple, we are trying to take a source table and target table. Okay, then we are trying to create one mapping parameter by passing here mapping parameter we are giving, and the mapping parameter name as department number and type is equal to parameter, data type is equal to decimal, precision is equal to 9, and here each expression is false and true, two values are available. What is the difference is, if I select here false, before executing only it is going to expand the expression. Okay, if we given the true means, okay, at the time of execution only it is going to expand it. That's what the meaning of this one. We'll try to see it. Click on OK, then that will be looks like this. Then we're trying to call in the filter condition. The filter condition we're trying to call department number is equal to this $DEP number we are calling it. So this is what we are trying to pass our parameter as a filter. Once you pass that one, we are trying to connect to the target. Rest of the process same. Save the mapping, create the session, and run the workflow is same here also. To create the parameter file here, navigate to the below path. This is what the normally standard location where you can store your parameter files. I given the parameter file name as department number.txt. And why RRATech is, our folder name is RRATech. Our folder name is basically RRATech. Your thing is what? Repository 108RS. Inside the 108RS, if you go and see your folder name, the folder name normally we used to give as RRATech. So in your case it is B108 RRATech. So we need to provide here B108 RRATech. And the session name is s_mp, and $DEP number is equal to 20 I am defining. Here RRATech is called as folder name, s_mp is called as session name. Save the file and close it. Double click on session, click on properties tab, provide the parameter file name as like this is shown. Then set source and target table connections accordingly, save the workflow and run the workflow. Very simple one. You can do your own. Let us begin with the first point. Yes, madam. Try to create the target table. Copy the script. Stephen, you there? Stephen, you there? Hello. You people open this one? She only, right? Stephen, you there? Okay, you are on call. That's okay. Carry on with the call. Okay, I am trying to do the same job. Let us say this is for the creating the target table. I have this table. I am trying to take it. Control C. Okay, then I am going for the here. What is your schema name? B108. B108 TDBU. Let us double click here. Then try to paste the code. I am trying to paste the code. Then for our understanding purpose, let me right click and let us do the format of this code. Now I am trying to execute it. The table is executed. This table I want to import as a target table. Hence go to the target designer. Clear the workspace whatever available. Go to the targets menu, import from database. Password as RR ITC small 123. Then we can see in the select tables B108 TDB is coming. Then if you expand that one, we got here one table. The table is known as emp underscore parameter underscore variables. Okay. Then target table importing also completed. With this we done the first point. Second point, create a mapping with the name of m underscore mp. Let us go and try to mapping designer, mappings, create it. So the name of this one is m underscore mapping parameters. Okay. Then drag and drop, click on OK. Drag and drop source EMP table and target EMP underscore parameter variable table into mapping window workspace as shown like this. Let us go and try to do that one. So this is what our EMP table is available here somewhere. HDBU, if you go and select EMP table, and this is what our target table is available. Expand the target table, then mapping parameter, then trying to drag and drop. Let us close this one. Let us close this one. Then right now you want to create one filter transformation. So go ahead and try to take the filter. Okay, before that I think I am creating the parameters here. Go to the mappings menu, click on parameters and variables option. New window will open as shown like this. Let us try to do that one. Go to the mappings, then parameters and variables. There you need to read this one. We can create the parameters, declare the parameter and variables you want to use in the mapping or maplet. A parameter represents a constant value defined before mapping run. A variable represents a value that can be changed during mapping run. Now click on this, create the new one. Then one name you can provide whatever name you want it. Let us say I want to provide a department number, I want to pass it. Then it is a variable or parameter, means I want to say as it is a parameter. And data type is equal to, it is a decimal, so I am selecting a decimal is a parameter. Precision, whatever you want, you can select it. This is what I was talking about, the is expression. If you don't know much about this one, click on this help button, then go for the mapping parameters. In that one you can read out this is expression meaning is what. Even I said the default values, right? From here on I copied and pasted over there. Okay, that click on here, next mapping parameters. Here you can observe here is expression means what? Determines how the integration service expands the parameter in an expression string. If true, the integration service expands the parameter before parsing the expression. Parsing means what? Validating. Parsing is nothing but validating. Before validating only, it is going to expand it. Now, if false, the integration service expands the parameter after parsing the expression. Default is false. So after parsing only, it is going to expand it. That is what the false, the simple one. If you set this field to true, you must set the parameter data type towards a string, or the integration service fails the session. So that means true is going to applicable only for the string things. That is the reason generally we wish to keep this as false only. We wish to keep it as false only. We wish to keep it as. Let us go and try to make this as false. False and true values are, two things are available. Okay, if you are making here, true means compulsory need to make here string. That's what the limitation here. Now by default, do you want to pass, sorry, not by default, initial value you want to pass anything? Your initial value is different, default value is different. Initial value is different, default value. Initial value means what you are defining here, that is called as initial value. Default value means what system is going to assign if initial value is not available. If initial value is not available, system is going to assign some value. This is called as now default value. In case of string, it is empty string. In case of numeric, it is 0. In case of date and time, this is what the value. Perfect. You people understand that point. As of now, I am not providing any initial values. Let us say click on OK. So with this you completed the fourth point, fifth point, and now we are trying to do the sixth point. We are trying to drop the filter transformation into the mapping workspace. Drag and drop EMP number, e-name, job, salary, commission from source qualified transformation to filter transformation as shown like this. Let us go and try to do the same job. I am trying to take the filter transformation, then try to drag and drop whatever you want as for the target. So target is looking for, one is employee number, it is looking, so drag and drop employee number. E-name it is looking, so drag and drop e-name. Then job it is also is expecting, so job. Then salary it is expecting, so drag and drop the salary, drag and drop the salary. Then commission it is expecting, so drag and drop the commission. Department number it is expecting, so drag and drop the department number. Now double click on this filter transformation, then go to the properties, I want to provide here filter condition. Filter condition is based on department number is equal to what is the parameter you want to pass here? Mapping parameters. There I have the department number, just pass it. Click on validate, click on OK, click on OK, then click on OK. This was the condition what you passed. Previously we used to pass in place of this one statically 20 or 10 we used to pass like this. Now we are not passing directly like this, we are passing the parameter we are trying to pass it. Now click on OK. Now try to connect these all things to the target. Let us right click here, then auto link by name. From here to here I am trying to drag and drop. Then auto link by name is automatically happened. Right click, arrange all iconic. This is what we did in case of mapping parameters. Go to the repository menu, save it. It is saying as it is valid. I want to create corresponding workflow and session things. So I am going to the workflow level. Okay. Double click on this one. Then go to the workflows. Then I want to create one workflow with the name of WF underscore. What is the name we want to provide? We are learning the mapping parameters, right? So I am giving the MP. Okay. Then take your session task. Then go for the M underscore MP. Okay. Then try to connect both the things. Then double click on this one. Then go to the mapping tab. Source is coming from where? Scott. And this target is coming from where? From the target. And this is what you want to do it. Here one important thing is we given the parameter, right? From where we are getting the parameter value? From where we are getting the parameter value? Somewhere we need to define or not, sir? So this is where the location for the parameter file location. This is where the location for the parameter file name location. As of now, parameter file name is empty. First you need to create the parameter file, then you need to pass here parameter file name you need to pass here. Parameter file name you need to pass here. So let us go and try to do these two activities. That's what I am doing at next point. We completed passing this filter and these things. Click on validate, OK, drag and drop, that's done. The next is available here. Save the mapping, create the session and workflow as same here also. Now we are creating the parameter file. Navigate to the below path, that is BW parameter path. Let us go and try to navigate to that one. C drive, Informatica. There I have the 9.1.0. Then we have here server, InfoShade. There you can observe here BW parameter. This was the location. Observe some other things whatever available here. Let us say B105 batch people, they did something. They given here folder name, then followed by session name. Similarly, you also need to do it. This is the something which came as part of the OBAE installation. You can go and you can observe this one parameter file DW. Here I have the what is the your workflow name and what are the parameters you want to pass it. Those all things are n number of things are available here. Okay, as of now we will not go that much of things. Okay, let us go for how to create one new parameter file. So I am trying to create one test document with the name of what I suggested. So department number is the what I suggested. Let us go and try to provide the same name, department number dot txt. This one I am doing for your batch. Our batch number is B108. So I am giving the B108 dbit number dot txt. Inside this one, the syntax is here. We need to write here square bracket. And what is the folder name here? Where is our mapping is available? Your workflow is available where? Where is that? B108 RRITech is the workflow name. So I am providing the same thing, B108 RRITEC. Then close this bracket and dot. And what is your session name? Session name is S underscore M underscore MP. Let us go and try to provide that one, S underscore M underscore MP. Close this one. Then below this one, we want to pass here whatever parameter file name is required. The parameter file name. The parameter name, whatever available, that parameter name you need to pass it. The parameter name you can find out from here. You given the parameter name as parameter and variables. You given $dpit number. You given same thing I am taking here. Then I am trying to provide it is equal to what value you want to pass it now. Suppose if I am passing 10. That means it is going to load the 10th department data. It's going to load the 10th department data. Go to the file menu, go to the save it. My RRITEC, that's correct. I did wrong. Now go to the file menu, save it. This file wherever it is available, the path I need to provide over there. This was the path, Control C, Then go to your session level. Here you need to provide that path, paste it, and this is what the exactly name of the file. So go for slash, then this is what the name what you need to provide it. So we provided C Informatica B108 department number dot txt. What you need to provide, I provided that one. So that's what I am expecting. Here RI save the file and close it. Double click on session, click on properties tab, provide parameter file name as C Informatica department number dot parameter whatever available. Okay, this is what I am trying to do here. This is what I am trying to do here. This is what I am trying to do here. Now set the source and target table connections accordingly, save the workflow and run the workflow. Very simple job. So I am trying to click on OK, then save it. It is saying as valid. If everything is perfect, if I click on run now, it has to run with the 10th department data or not. Start workflow from task, then it's saying as connected, running. Then it's saying as succeeded. If really it is succeeded, if you go and see my designer target table, the target table, if I right click and go for data, right click on this one, preview data, then B108, TDB 7 or 8, 8 only, right? Username also B108, TDBU, then RR capital, ITEC small 123, then try to connect it, but I didn't get any data. Why so? Why sir? Why we didn't get any data? Anything you missed out? Department number is equal to passed perfectly, and parameters S underscore M underscore MP, that's what we passed here. B108 RR attack essence. Sorry. Okay, the syntax issues came, right? Here two brackets are given. So B108 RR attack dot S underscore M underscore MP. That's perfect. That's perfect. This is correct. Okay, we given the wrong bracket. We given closing bracket is not required. Save it, close it, then go and try to run this again. Let us say right click on it, then restart it. From here also you can do it. So I clicked on that one, running, succeeded. At least now we should see the data, preview data. Then RR capital, ITEC small 123. Now we are able to see the 10th department data. The issue is in the parameter file definition, we given here wrongly bracket given. That's what the issue. Okay, here can you define multiple parameters in the single file? Multiple parameters are available. I can define the multiple parameters. I can define it. Multiple parameters. I can define it. Even one more folder, one more session also I want to define means here I can define it. It may be same session or it may be different session. Right. Something which is useful for the entire folder means here itself we can close the bracket and we can define it. That means in the folder wherever it is calling, that will be using it. Fine. So you can refer this book for different types of calling scope. Okay, here we have the scope I given. 10 parameters I given nearly almost. So only session level means you need to go for it. Folder name or flow name means folder name, session name level. Those are all things I given. Just walk through it. Okay, right. Most of the times we'll try to create the session wise. We try to create individually. We try to create. That's what the best practice also. Next is very important one that is called as parameterize the connection object. Parameterize the connection object. First of all, the most common thing we usually parameterize is the relational connection object. In any project you take it. We'll try to parameterize the connection things. So since starting from development to production environment, the connection information obviously gets changed. In development, my database name, whatever available, we are not going to maintain same name in the testing. It's a different name. Now hence we prefer to go with the parameterization rather than to set the connection objects for each and every source, target and lookup every time we migrate our code to new environment. How to do this kind of thing? Example, $db connection underscore src is a one parameter. $db connection underscore tgt is another parameter. Open workflow wf underscore ods underscore employee. Already existing mapping only I am trying to open for this purpose. Let me open in my case also. This is what the workflow. wf underscore ods underscore employee is available. wf underscore ods underscore employee. Let us open this one. We've opened. Now next point. Double click on the session, click on the mapping tab, select connections, click on ods underscore employee db connection down arrow mark. Select use connection variable, type value as db connection underscore tzt, click on OK. Here you need to notice one point. The point is $db connection part is there, right? It is a keyword, sir. It is a keyword. It is a system defined keyword. You should not change that one. Rest of the name, whatever you want, you can keep it. But this part is keyword. Let us go and try to do the same job. I am trying to do it same job. Double click on the session. So I am trying to double click on the session. Then go to the mapping tab. Okay. Then we have here source is available. Here I want to define the parameters. I want to define it. Go to the down arrow mark. There I am trying to define use connection variable. See here automatically $db connection is came. Suppose if I am trying to define as something else. See here if I click on OK, it's going to throw error. Please enter $source or $target or a suffix to create a valid connection variable name. For example, $db connection Oracle DB. This was the example. So here $db connection is the keyword. I missed here n. That is the reason it is showing that kind of message. So I am giving here $db connection underscore src. Right. So this is for what I selected here, tzt I think. For target I selected, right? So tzt. For source means let us go for the source. Source corresponding what I want underscore src I want to pass it. Click on OK. That means I am not using connections directly. I am not using it. I am not using connections directly. I am trying to pass here parameter. Now in the parameter file, this is equal to this one. I am going to make it. In the parameter file, this is equal to this one. I am going to make it. Let us go and try to do the same job. Click on OK. You created two parameters. SQ underscore employee is underscore src. ods underscore employee is db connection underscore tgt. That's what I am expecting here. So this is how it looks like. If you go and see the connections, $db connection tzt under ods underscore employee. Under this one we have here $db connection underscore src. You can observe both the things in a single screen. Connections under ods underscore employee we have $db connection underscore tzt. Under this SQ underscore employee we can make $db connection underscore src. Now create a parameter file under this bw parameters with the name of database source target connections.txt. Let us go and try to make the same thing. I am going for bw parameters. Let us go for the new, then test document. Your batch number is B108 underscore the name whatever I got it. Now inside this one I want to provide the parameter values. I need to provide it. Let us go and try to provide it. So I am defining what is our session name. Below that one, see here one point you need to notice. What is the point? Single dollar or double dollar? Single dollar. Why? Because it is not the mapping parameter which is created by you. You didn't create it inside the mapping. Inside the mapping you didn't create this one. $db connection is a predefined keyword. It is coming over there. So I am defining $db connection is equal to what? Native source. This native source internally pointing to what? HDBU, B108, HDBU, it is pointing out. Okay. Now tomorrow you move into the production, let us say. There also it is going to, all the mappings are pointing to this only. But this value we are going to change as what, sir? Something else which is pointing to production schema name and all. You are getting my point? Yes, mapping parameter only one time will change it. Suppose your native source, it is not the native source, it is a native underscore source underscore production. will change only in the mapping parameter. This native underscore source underscore production is mapped with the actual schema name, actual database names are mapped here. You getting my point or not? So simply let me give the example. Let me take one notepad. Let us say we have the development database is available. Then we have the testing database is available. Okay. Then what will be there in the Informatica is development database name is equal to database name is equal to, let us say, ORCL underscore dev. ORCL underscore dev. And username is equal to, let us say, HDBU underscore dev. Source username is equal to that one. Now coming to the testing, we have underscore test. This is underscore test, like this available. Now password also there. Let us say passwords are in this case it is RR capital, I take small 1 2 3. Here also password in this case, let us say RR capital, I take small 1 2 3 4 also is available, like this. This is the development environment issue. This is the testing environment issue. Now in Informatica, what you are going to create in Informatica, we are going to create the connections. We are going to create the connections using the relational, using this tab. How many connections are going to create total? How many connections are going to create? This is totally source, right? This is the development source. Development source it is. And similarly we have here development source, here also there, testing source. Then here what will be there? Next one is what? This is development target. Now we are going to create here what? Testing source is there, then testing target. Okay, like this production also may be there. Let us assume that one, we will try to see that one later. This is corresponding to T, this is corresponding to T. That's correct. Now I want to create here connections. How many connections total I need to create? 4 connections we are going to create the totally. This is for one connection, this is for one connection. Let us go and try to create like that only. So I am creating here, let us say, let us go and try to create the connections like that. New connection, then corresponding to the Oracle. Okay, this is corresponding to what is the connection name? ORCL dev, or ORCL dev. Correspondingly, this is what? Source. ORCL dev source. That username is equal to, let us take something HDBU underscore what's that? Dev. That's what I given the name. Then what is the password? RR I take 1 2 3. Then I am providing here RR capital, I take small 1 2 3. Then connection name is what? ORCL underscore dev. I am creating that one. Okay. Next, one more thing I want to create here. Click on the new, then select Oracle. Okay. What you want here? Corresponding to this one. ORCL dev underscore. This is for target. And username is here. We want to create here TDBU. Let us go and try to create the TDBU dev. Then password is RR capital, I take small 1 2 3. The database name is ORCL underscore dev. Okay, fine. Actually, ideally speaking, this also will be different name will be there. For source database, different name. For target database, different. In my case, different, same thing. Let us click on OK. Now I want to create similarly 2 more things I want to create here. Let us go and try to do it. Yeah, we can do either copy as option also source, copy as Oracle, okay. Then once you got the copy as here, click on the edit. You want to pass here as what? This is corresponding to test. Test. Then testing corresponding database name is what? ST, right? That's what I given over HDB test I given. HDB test I given. This is okay. This is what? TST test. Now click on OK. Target also try to copy as. Then Oracle, OK. Then try to click on edit. Then this one I want to make it as test. Then this is TDB underscore test. Now this is Oracle underscore test. Okay. Now all the connections you created, sir, that is perfect. Close it. Now if you go on directly, if you map these things, what will happen is you need to change all the mappings. If you go here, mapping tab, SQL underscore EMP, if I map this only if I map it, let us say dev target, dev corresponding source, and here we are mapping dev corresponding target. Like this 100 sessions are there, 100 sessions you map like this. Then what will happen? Whenever you move to the testing environment, I need to come here and I need to change it. Instead of changing like that, what I can do is here, I can go and I can parameterize it. I can go and I can parameterize it. This is corresponding to SRC. This is corresponding to TGT. I can like this, I can create the two things. These values I am going to pass. In case of development, I am going to create one parameter file. How I am going to create the parameter file in case of development enrollment is like this. This is, let us say, I am giving the name also, database source target connections underscore dev I am giving. This corresponding to what? Underscore dev. In the dev, what we are going to do is, we are going to write the parameter file as shown like this. Your session name, below that one, the single dollar symbol, SRC underscore, whatever connection name is available that I am going to write it. So in my case, what I need to provide? Single bracket. Then what is your session name? Session name is S underscore M underscore ODS underscore employee, S underscore M underscore ODS underscore employee. Close the bracket. Then what is your connection name here? DB connection target is available. DB connection underscore SRC, you will take it first, is equal to whatever connection name is available, that connection name I need to provide here. The connection name is what? The connection name is, if you go on select here, connection name is this, what the dev underscore source. Click on the edit, this one I want to pass here. I can provide it. Similarly, one more thing I need to provide. This is corresponding to TGT. Then this is corresponding to target. This is corresponding towards our development 1. Similar to this one, I am going to create one more thing. Similar to this one, I am going to create one more thing with the name of test. And I will move this parameter file into the testing box. I will move this one into the testing box. And whenever I am doing in the development enrollment, this will be pointing to this one. Whenever it is available in the testing, it will be pointing to this one. Strictly speaking, we won't give different names also. Same name will be there. Two files will be there, same name. Two files will have with the same name. But these are available in different CPUs, right? This is I am going to keep in the development CPU. This one I am going to keep in the testing CPU. But in the testing CPU, what way I am going to keep this one is equal to test. This is also equal to test. Like this I am going to keep in the testing things. It is a one-time activity. Creating this parameter file is what? It is a one-time activity. This one I am going to keep in the source CPU. This one I am going to keep in the target CPU. Whenever, you got my point? Whenever it is expecting, let us say, what is the source corresponding thing it is expecting here. Double click on this one, mappings tab, db connections underscore src. It is going to take, in the case of source database, source corresponding database name, and it's going to take it. Testing means same thing, is going to pass the testing. You're getting my point? As of now, what I want to do is, I don't want to go with that much of complexity. Just you people knows already, our connectivities are what? Our connectivities are B108 source and target database connectivities. Connection. Let us go for the new, then go for the folder. Let's say, let me do this as archive. This one just for your understanding purpose only I given. Right. Connections. Now, this file I want to modify as for your connectivities now. Previously, you mapped source is equal to nothing but you mapped with what? Native underscore source. Target means what you mapped? Native underscore target. You got my point, sir? This native underscore source internally mapped with what? ORCL B108 TDBU RRATech 123. This is mapped with ORCL B108 TDBU RRATech 123. You got it? Go to the file menu, save it, then close it. Now this path whatever available, this path I need to pass here, right? Go to the properties. There you need to pass the parameter path here. Click on OK. Then try to save it. This is updated and is valid. Now right click and start workflow from task. If you go and see the monitor, it should be running now successfully, but it's failed. What is the reason? It is not able to fetch the log also. Very good. That means it's not able to read the parameter file. Let us go and see the workflow. Get workflow log. What is the problem? Starting execution file. Workflow is okay. Workflow started. Start session, that is perfect. Session task is perfect. Next. Session task initiated. Parameter file is, this is what the parameter file is opened for session. Warning. Cannot find section for workflow. WF underscore ODS underscore employee and folder as B108 RRATech in the parameter file. Okay. Okay. What it's saying, it is not able to find out the B108 RRATech, it is not able to find it out. Session task instance M underscore ODS underscore employee. Fetching installation properties from the integration service. Session task instance process ID is this one. Then beginning process for the session instance, then repository domain is user administrator user, then see here error. What is the error? Session task instance S underscore M underscore ODS employee timestamp instance connection parameter database connection name native underscore target for database connection variable $db connection underscore TGT is not well defined. Okay, native underscore target. It is not well defined. That means what you did the mistake. See the mistakes. Connections, relational. Yeah, this was the mistake. Our batch number we are maintaining here. But in the parameter file you didn't give the batch numbers. Directly you given. Directly we given. That is wrong. We need to provide here. It is not well defined. It is saying B108 underscore native source B108 underscore native target. It's not case sensitive. File menu, save it, close it. This time it has to run. If it is not running this time, then we need to see what is the error message. Okay, right click, then go for restart from here. Click on restart. Then it's going to restart it, running. Succeeded. So problem is in the parameter file you forgot to provide here the batch number, you forget to provide here. Batch number you forgot to provide here. Now tell me, the connections are different means what's other parameter file you need to maintain. That's it, right? So you need not touch the Informatica. I need not open Informatica window. Once my code movement is completed from source to target, to change the connections means what, sir? Go ahead and change the parameter file. For development environment, you prepared parameter file excellently. In the testing means what, sir? Control H. Replace the development connection with the testing connection. You can replace it directly. Yes, correct. Stephen, is it clear for you? Okay, that's cool. Okay, now I am trying to close this one. You people understand now one point. The point is called as how to call the parameters. Next, one more exercise is available here: workflow and session level parameter file. See here, I have. If I go to the session level properties, there I have the parameter file. I can call it. Even if you go for the select workflow, go to the workflows, click on edit, then go to the properties. Here also parameter file name I can call. Which one is going to take the priority? In both the places, if I provide it, means it is going to read what? These are all things I want to understand it. So let us go and try to see this paragraph, then we come to understand. When we define workflow parameter file and a session parameter file for session within the workflow, the integration service uses what, sir? Workflow parameter file and ignores the session parameter file. That is what the by default functionality what is going to happen. Now, what if you want to read some parameters from parameter file at workflow level and some different parameters at session level parameter file? This is what the question. So the solution is very simple. What all you are going to do is define workflow parameter file like this. Here we are trying to specify one word. That word is called as PM merge session parameter file is equal to true. Whenever it sees the keyword at the workflow level, it go and try to read what, sir? Session level corresponding parameter file also is going to read. This keyword is available. That is reads what, sir? Workflow plus session level, both the things is going to read it. Some parameter is going to capture from the workflow level, some parameter is going to capture from the session level. Suppose this parameter is not available. This parameter is available, it's going to read both. If this parameter is not available, it's going to read only workflow level. Session level, it is not going to read it. Is it clear what is the importance of this parameter? Okay. Now let us go and try to make that kind of thing. Define workflow parameter file like this as shown here. Let us go and try to do that one. So I am saying as database source target connection workflow level dot txt, control C, and try to create here one notepad. Right click, new, test document. Then I am trying to provide the same name. Fine. What is your connections are available? These are the connections, right? The same connections I am providing here. However, only source information I am providing in the workflow level. Target information I am not providing in the workflow level. Target information I will take from session level. From workflow level I am going to take the source information. From session level I am going to take the target information, let us say. It has to go to the session parameter file, means first I need to define one keyword. What is the keyword here? So $PM merge session parameter file is equal to true. This spelling is very important. So $PM merge SESS, okay, then PARA parameter file is equal to true. So that's what the keyword what we need to provide. PM merge parameter file is equal to true. Save this one, close this one. Now define parameter file on at the level of workflow level. Let us go and try to provide this path whatever available, Control C, and go to the workflow level. There I am trying to provide it. This is a workflow level. And what is the name of the file? This is what the name of the file. Control C and try to provide here slash, then click on OK. Next one. I want to make here define session parameter file from the this drive. This is the file name .txt. Right click, new, then test document, then txt. Okay, whatever we have available here, these things I am taking as it is. Then double click on this one. Here I want to provide target relevant information I am providing, then I am trying to close it. Now I have here I have the source information, here I have the target information is available. Then this path I need to provide it. Let us say Control C, then properties tab, then provide here the path. Now try to click on OK. Then save it. It is valid. Now select it and right click and go for the start workflow from task. This time also it has to execute successfully, running, succeed. For example, if I go and if I remove this whatever is available right here, in the workflow level this keyword is available. This keyword I am removing it. Then go for the file menu, save it, and now try to run this one. What will happen so you come to understand it. Let us go for the workflow monitor, then try to run this one, restart, then see what is happening. Running, it is failed. What the reason is, it is read the source information from the workflow level. If you go and see the get session log, it is throwing error. Get the workflow log. Then you can observe here error message. Session task instance, that is okay. Session task okay, instance is okay, session task instance. Okay, why this is problem is, if you go and see, here I have the parameter file. This parameter file is coming from where? BW parameter. Parameter file is opened. The parameter is, just I am trying to copy this one into the notepad. From where it is coming? Workflow level parameter it is coming. This is workflow level parameter file. But do I have here any way do you have here session level thing is reading, sir? It is not reading the session level. Only workflow level is read and session level is not reading. Because of that one, this problem is happened. You got it? Right. This is how you can define the parameters at workflow level as well as session level, how you can define it. Next one is available, that is called as variables. Is it clear now? 3 exercises. First exercise is just we pass with the filter. Second exercise is we modify the connections information. Third exercise we are going for the workflow level and session level parameter files, how to read it. And now we are going for the variables. Variables is very simple one. Create a target table of name v_emp with the name of columns emp number, e-name, job, salary, commission, department number, like this. Let me select this table, Control C, then try to create this table, Control V, then observe the code whatever available. Just we are trying to create one table, execute it. The same table I am importing here as a target. Let us go and try to close it. Targets, clear all, targets menu, import from database, connect it. Then select here v_emp, okay. Now we created the target table. That's perfect. What is the next one? Second step is available. We need to create one mapping name that is called as m_variable_incremental. That is what the mapping name. Go to the mappings menu, create. This is what the mapping name, okay. Now we need to drag and drop the source and targets into the work area respectively. For that, go and try to drag and drop. v_emp is our target and our source is available. What is the source? EMP table is our source. Now we drag and drop. Go to the manage menu, click on the parameters and variables option, click on add a new variable in this table icon, name that field as $DPT number, set the type as variable, decimal, then aggregation as maximum, initial value as 0 as shown below. This is what we are trying to take. We are trying to take the maximum of this value, we are trying to take it. So we are passing the 0, we are trying to pass it. Let us go and try to do the same job. Mappings, parameters and variables, then give the name as department number, we are giving the name. Here itself we are defining the value. Here itself we are defining the value. This is variable, that is perfect. This is decimal, max value, that is false. Values we are not defining from the parameter file directly, we are defining from here only, we are defining it. Parameter file we are not defining. Click on OK. That is perfect. Next click on OK, drop filter transformation into the mapping workspace, drag and drop required ports required for target from source qualified transformation to filter transformation as shown here. So I am trying to take here filter, then as for the target, what are the columns you want, just observe it and try to drag and drop required columns from source qualifier to here. Employee number is needed, so drag and drop employee number. E-name is needed, so drag and drop e-name. Then job is needed, drag and drop the job. Then salary is needed, so drag and drop the salary. Then commission is needed, so drag and drop the commission. Then department number is needed, so drag and drop the department number. These are the things what I am looking for, just drag and drop those all things. Now, next important point is double click on the filter transformation, click on properties tab and create the filter condition as shown here. This condition is very important condition, sir. What is your understanding by seeing this condition? Set variable is a one function. What is the initial value, sir? Here first time it is running. First time it is running. Then what will happen? You know, in this location 0 will be substituted. 0 plus 10 becomes 10. That 10 will be that result. This result whatever we got, the result is 0 plus 10 becomes 10. That 10 will be mapped to the variable that is called as this variable. This one once it is mapped it, the overall value now becoming what? 10 is the value. Now condition becoming department number is equal to 10. You know already at the end of the running, the value of the variable is going to store where? In the repository service. Second time whenever it is coming, then what is the condition becomes? This value becomes now 10. 10 plus 10 becomes 20. That 20 is assigned to the variable. Next time means 20 plus 10, that will happen. Okay. Like this is happening or not, we need to validate it. Just I am trying to develop the same condition here. Let us go and try to develop designer, then properties tab, then try to create the condition here. The condition is ports department number is equal to the variable functions. If you don't know variable functions also, you need not worry. If you go and see here mapping variables, then we can see here the functions. Then here we have the set variable. What is the set variable meaning? Variable as a character, value as a data type. Set the specified value into the variable, returns variables value. Double click on the set variable and you want to pass here the variables. The variable is called as $dpit number, comma, the $dpit number plus 10. Is it clear? Now click on OK. Click on OK. Then try to connect to the target. Let us say right click, arrange all, auto link by name. Then try to connect it, then save it. Now right click on this one, arrange all iconic. This what iconic it is available. Now similarly create the workflow and remaining things. Let us go for WF underscore. We are trying to understand the variables. Then take the session task and it is M underscore variable incremental. Then try to select both the things. Then double click on this one. Then mapping tab SQ underscore EMP is coming from Scott. This is coming from target. Then click on OK. Save it. First time I am running, sir. First time I am running. Start workflow from task. So go and see in the monitor window that is running successfully. Should run successfully. variable incremental, it is ran successfully. What is the data we are expecting in this table? If you go and see this table, control C, select, then star from this table. First time it is ran, that's the reason we are seeing here 10th number data. Suppose if I run the same mapping one more time, same mapping I am running here, one more time I am running, let us right click, then go for restart. Then it is going to restart it, it is restarted, running, succeeded. Then go and try to execute it, what are you seeing? Suppose same thing I am trying to run it, then one more time we are going to see the running here. Then once it is running successfully, we should see the 30th data here. What is your understanding from this one? Each and every time it is incrementing or not? That is the one point. Second point is the variable value is going to store where? In the repository. The end of the running, whatever value of the variable is available, that is going to store in the repository. That's what we need to understand based on this exercise. Next class we'll try to learn the sequence generator transformation. Okay. Suppose on flow, what is the question is here? This was the question. Let me go for that one. Whenever we are defining the mappings and parameters and variables, what do you mean by this aggregation rule here, max and min? Okay, just go to the help here, then see that corresponding things so that we come to understand it. Right. So here we have the aggregation used for variables. What is the meaning is, let us say in the running of the mapping, we have 2 or 3 values are available for the variable. Out of the 2 or 3 variables, which one you want to take it? Minimum value or max value, what you want to take it? That you can take and you can store in the repository service. No. What I am trying to say is, here your variable value is, let us say 10. By the time it is came here, the variable value is, let us say 20. Finally, what is going to store in the repository service is only 10 is going to store if you give the min. Okay, that means in the running of your mapping, your variable value 2 or many values are available. It's going to store whatever minimum is available. If you given the max, means whatever max is available, that is going to store over there. Am I clear? Right. But by default, we are going to give the max over there. Okay, right. So tomorrow we are going to understand the sequence generator transformation. Okay, thank you.